My name is Kim Hart, and I am an authorized Disney vacation planner with Mickey Travels, and I'm starting a video series to give you guys some tips and tricks to help you maneuver your Disney vacations. So today's topic is how to avoid those loving quarrels with your significant other while you're at the Walt Disney World Resort. So we've all been there. We're hot, we're tired, we're hungry, we're sick of waiting. Even the most magical of vacations can try our patience sometimes. So here are 5 scenarios that could cause a loving quarrel and recommended ways to avoid those arguments. Stay tuned.
What? You made a dinner reservation within 2 hours of our flight landing? Now our flight's delayed. How do you ever think that we're going to make it to our dinner reservation in time? You know how I get. Now I'm going to be hangry the rest of the night. Great.
Stop solution. Don't plan a ton of things for the day that you arrive. It's a good day to play things by ear, no pun intended, so that you don't feel panicked or rushed. Should something unexpected happen on your flight or whatever transportation you're using to get to the Walt Disney World Resort. If you want to make a dinner reservation, for example, you should give yourself plenty of time to get to Walt Disney World before you need to actually be at your reservation. So make sure that you're allowing a time cushion should there be any delays.
$25 for mouse ears? You've got to be out of your mind. After we just spent $80 on lunch for fries, chicken tenders, not to mention $60 we spent on the breakfast buffet.
You don't spend $60 on breakfast.
After this vacation, if we want to keep eating, we'll have to move back in with your parents.
Stop solution.
Okay, Disney might be a tad pricey at times, but there are ways around that. It's important to set expectations so you aren't shell-shocked, and also so you don't spend your vacation in a constant state of worry, unable to enjoy yourself. If you are worried about money, you should give yourself a spending budget for souvenirs and food. Now, something you can do to prepay for food so you feel more in control over how much you spend is check out one of the Disney dining plan options. And some other money-saving tips are to maybe bring your own bottles of water and snacks into the park, assuming, of course, that you're okay carrying them around. You could pack peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or if you are staying in accommodations with a kitchen, you could eat a meal or two in your room.
It's so hot.
It's Florida.
I'm sweating.
It's Florida.
Every day it seems hotter than the next.
It's Florida.
Will you stop saying that? I know it's Florida, but I wasn't expecting it to be this hot. I can hardly breathe.
It's Florida. Stop solution.
Okay, Walt Disney World is located in, Florida, and it's hot and humid for several months out of the year. Once again, this is about setting expectations. If heat and humidity really bother you, a good time to visit would be during the winter months when the chance of 90-degree heat and 100% humidity is lower. But should you be traveling during the warmer months, wear cool clothes. It's probably not a good time to wear your skinny jeans and boots, but to each his own. Moisture-wicking clothes like Under Armour shirts are a good idea. You'll also want light colors as black draws the sun, and you will want to stay hydrated. You can bring your own water bottle and refill it at water fountains throughout the park, or buy water as you need it, but be sure to stay hydrated. Disney sells fans that also have the option of spritzing you with water, and fortunately, there are plenty of indoor attractions, shops, and spaces that have air conditioning, and you will want to take advantage of those. Sometimes, on really hot days, it is good to plan to head back to your resort mid to late afternoon when the sun is at its hottest to take a dip in the pool. That is one advantage of staying on Disney property because you are close by and you can use their transportation. Speaking of transportation,
I'm losing my mind. How long have we been sitting here waiting for this bus? I've counted 10. 10 Art of Animation buses go by in the time that we've been sitting here. I think this bus needs to be on an Amber Alert or something because it's clearly missing.
Have patience, my dear, have patience.
Patience? Seriously? You're telling me to have patience when I spent the last 4 days waiting in line while people clip my heels with their strollers and kids blow bubbles in my face? Really? You're telling me to have patience? Mm-hmm. Stop. Solution.
Patience is a virtue, especially at Walt Disney World. Lines and crowds are the name of the game. Now, inside the parks, FastPass Plus is a great way to bypass long lines if you plan for them accordingly. However, even with FastPasses, there are still inevitably going to be lines. One of the things that is likely to tax your patience the most is the bus transportation system. Now, I'm not knocking it because it is a great complimentary service that Disney provides to guests who stay on property, but likely you are going to have to do some waiting for the buses. Solutions? Well, you could stay on a monorail resort where you will have monorail transportation to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and while there is still some waiting, it is usually quicker. The Epcot Deluxe resorts are great for walking to Epcot and taking a boat to Hollywood Studios. But if those resorts are not available or in your budget, you can set the expectation that you will have to do some waiting for the buses and make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get to and from where you need to go. Or, for those challenged in the patience category like me, you could rent a car, or there's always an Uber or cab. Oh, and there's also a new option to get in between theme parks if you have a park hopper ticket, and that's Disney's Express Transportation. If you'd like to know more about Express Transportation, please contact me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get a sandwich.
There are sandwiches right here.
But I don't want those sandwiches.
What's wrong with these sandwiches?
Nothing, but they're not the ones that I want.
Where are the ones that you want?
They're back there where we just were.
So we're going to backtrack all the way where we just were, back through all the swarms of people, back through the heat, and not to mention a parade just to get a sandwich when there's a perfectly good sandwich spot right here?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Stop. Solution.
While sometimes it is fun to peruse your options and go wherever the wind takes you, it can also be good to have a plan, particularly if you've been in parks for days, you are tired, you're hot, and the crowds are starting to test your patience. Disney has this great app called My Disney Experience that you can download on your iPhone or Android device. You can pull up wait times for rides, maps for the parks, dining, etc. So in this particular situation, when our lovely couple started to get hungry, they could have opened the app, looked at the quick service dining options and menus, and decided where to eat their lunch instead of wandering around with no plan. The other thing to note, when traveling with a group, sometimes splitting up is okay so everyone gets what they want, which leads to happy travelers versus grumpy ones. In this scenario, the couple could have agreed to split up to get their respective lunches and select a location to meet back up.
So there you have it, 5 possible heightened scenarios and ways to avoid them. The help of a travel agent can be really beneficial in these situations or helping to avoid these situations. So if you need a travel agent, you can contact me at khart@mickeitravels.com, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Mickey Travels Kim Hart. Have a great day.